Hello, and welcome to the Argyle CX Leadership Forum. My name is Brittany Sullivan with Argyle, and it's great to have everyone joining us today. I have some important information to share with you, and then we will turn the floor over to our esteemed opening keynote speaker. First, we'd like to welcome you to stay socially connected during today's event. For those of you who are active on social media, please use the hashtag Argyle Digital and follow us at Argyle Exec Forum. Also, be sure to follow Argyle on LinkedIn for special announcements. Finally, and most importantly, we would love to hear from you. So during each session, we encourage you to submit your questions and comments in the Q&A box on your screen. Following each presentation, we have set aside time for our speakers to weigh in on your questions. Thank you again for joining us. Now let's get started. Without further ado, I would like to introduce Mark Levy, publisher of the DCX newsletter and Vice President of Customer Experience at Frontier Communications. We are excited to have Mark with us for his opening keynote titled Value-Driven CX Strategies for Success. Welcome, Mark, and over to you.
Thank you, Brittany, for the warm welcome, and good morning, everyone, and welcome. I'm Mark Levy. I am the publisher of the DCX newsletter. I focus on educating, inspiring, and coaching customer-centric leaders. And my day job is head of customer experience for Frontier Communications, a leading fiber broadband provider in the United States. You know, we all face customer impacting issues every day. The website shows the wrong price and sales are up 40%. A customer setup goes haywire and they escalate to the CEO, or the chatbot is taking customers in circles and driving calls. And if it's not one of these, it's something else inevitably. But you know what? I love working in customer experience. I love the fast-paced environment and the chance to help customers. I love getting into the arena every day to ensure they get the most out of our products and services. And if you do too, you know that we've really got one job to do: to make sure our customers feel like they're getting something valuable from their interactions with us. That, my friends, is delivering value-driven customer experiences. Let me say that one more time. We've really got one job to do: to make sure our customers feel like they're getting value from their interactions with us. And as we enter 2024, customers are speaking loudly and clearly. They expect more personalization, more convenience, more delight. And companies that meet and exceed these rising expectations will be rewarded with fierce brand loyalty and long-lasting customer relationships. So how do we create these incredible experiences that hook customers? Well, that's exactly what we'll be exploring today. I'm going to show you some cool ways to add value and keep customers for life. We'll explore how some real-world businesses are totally nailing customer experience, and I'll hook you up with a bunch of resources that will teach you and get you fired up. My goal is for you to walk away from this morning with fresh inspiration and actionable tactics for crafting rewarding customer experiences. Our customers and our businesses are ready for more, so let's get started. Now, I could spend all day talking about fancy tech strategies like predictive analytics, automated workflows, machine learning, on and on. But all that jargon forgets our job is still good old-fashioned human connections. So I'm going to start with 3 no-tech ways to weave your brand tightly into customer lifestyles so they can't imagine living without you. First, tap into the power of nostalgia. Our strongest emotional ties are usually childhood memories. Like for me, just smelling chocolate chip cookies cooking bring up memories of my Grandma Lee's kitchen. I could always smell them on the way up to her apartment through 4 flights of stairs, and I remember the sounds of the old wood steps creaking under our weight and the anticipation. Do you have a memory like that? Why can some smells create such vivid recall while I can't remember what I had for lunch yesterday? Well, neuroscience says our brains are really receptive to sensory inputs during youth, causing deeply embedded memories. So, nostalgia serves an instant dopamine rush, lighting up those strong childhood circuits. What does that have to do with customer loyalty? Well, brands that emotionally transport people back to simpler, warmer times benefit from this effect. It's why Disney correlates childhood joy with all future visits. It's why Coca-Cola links its soda to happy family memories by opening another bottle. These associations run so deep that nostalgic customers recommend brands far more and forgive slip-ups more easily. Now, I know some of you may be thinking, but my company just launched a few years ago. How can I tap into nostalgia without a long history? And that's a fair question. But nostalgia isn't just about your specific brand being around for decades. It's more about evoking those comforting, familiar feelings through aesthetics, messaging, rituals, and shared identity. Even new brands can evoke nostalgia. Next up, embrace radical transparency. With social media usage at all-time highs, companies can't afford to keep secrets. If they do, they risk facing a lot of backlash from customers. However, when companies are open and honest about everything they do, people tend to trust and respect them more. So it's important for brands to be transparent and accountable if they want to win over customers quickly. Think about outdoor gear maker Patagonia's legendary commitment to sustainable manufacturing. They're constantly auditing factories, restricting suppliers, and absorbing higher costs to certify materials in its supply chain are not harming people or the planet. And rather than hide this messy work, they put it directly in front of customers every step of the way via blogs, manifestos, and lobby days with policymakers. And the result? Fanatical fans proud to wear Patagonia as lifelong brand ambassadors. So I ask you, where can you pull back the curtains with fuller disclosure or engage followers in your unfiltered journey like Patagonia's factory tours? How might involving customers directly in your business deepen their emotional investment in your brand's purpose? And third, nail the basics of responsiveness and reliability. We all know that convenience is king, and speed and reliability equal loyalty. Take the financial giant Venmo, who crushed the hassles of paying friends back by instantly transferring money between phones for free. What used to be IOU notes and clunky bank apps now happen in seconds, no matter where people roam. Or how Sweetgreen kills long lines by taking orders and payments digitally in advance. No more uncertainty standing around hungry, wondering if your favorites are still in stock. The improved speed and consistency keeps customers hooked. Finally, Amazon Prime has become synonymous with reliably fast, consistent delivery of virtually any product directly to your doorstep. Prime works because it nails both facets, wide selection diversity and logistics dependability. So your opportunity is to examine all consumer contact points, asking, how might we shave hours off this process, not just minutes? And address weak links threatening consistency, like bugs, crashing apps, or unclear instructions. Become known for lightning speed, simplicity, and sweating the small stuff. Now, that's not to say that technology doesn't play a key role in successful CX strategies. So how do these experiences sound to you? Imagine calling a customer service line, and instead of hold music, a friendly chatbot instantly greets you. It knows your name, account history, and why you might be calling. You have a billing question, so the chatbot pulls up your account details faster than any human could. It answers your question correctly on the first try. Then it asks if you need anything else today. Now imagine your internet goes down. You open your provider's app and tap a button to activate an augmented reality call. A live agent appears through your phone screen and guides you to reset your router. She can see everything you see and talks you through the steps. This is the now and very near future of customer experience. AI, seamless, personalized, and proactive support powered by predictive technology. Chatbots will handle common inquiries efficiently, while complex issues will get elevated to humans, empowered with richer customer insights. This blend of AI and human touch builds effortless experiences that feel tailored just for the customer. But further innovation is still needed to perfect the symphony between human and machine. On the horizon, emotions detecting AI will enable real-time sentiment analysis during calls, allowing agents or bots to adjust their approach to satisfy customers dynamically. The key is ensuring technology complements human strengths rather than replaces them. With smart investments and the right solutions, you can assemble a customer experience tech stack tuned to understand each customer and meet their needs in an instant. And this is the future that awaits us, where customers don't have to ask for help because the right support finds them, where products evolve based on how people interact with them, where businesses almost know what you want before you do. And that is value. And throughout all of this, customers have changed. They're more tech savvy and demanding than ever. They're not just interested in buying stuff, they want experiences that blow their minds. And when I look at the companies leading the way in value-driven customer experience, I see trailblazers paving the way for the rest of us. They're out there hacking through the jungle with machetes, making a path for the rest of us to follow. Along the way, they're leaving signposts for us so we can learn from their experience. The first signpost is to craft a lifestyle, not just sell products. Savvy brands realize products alone are commodities easily copied. And what can't be duplicated are the custom lifestyles woven into the experience. Look at how Apple doesn't just hawk gadgets. They evangelize an ecosystem seamlessly, connecting devices, services, and stores into indispensable daily rituals. And how about Spotify analytically DJing the soundtrack of your life, moment to moment, based on listening habits? Spotify sells more than just music access. They sell personalized emotional energy management, attuned to activity and mood. Both companies tap into lifestyle insights versus just product features. They map integrated experiences fulfilling unmet needs. So, look beyond your immediate product offering. What underserved lifestyle gaps might you fill within your industry? How could seamlessly interconnecting services fill voids and boost loyalty beyond one-off purchases? The second signpost is to foster human connection beyond transaction. Create experiences that resonate by facilitating a sense of connection and belonging. Consider hospitality disruptor Airbnb, which immerses guests into local neighborhoods and cultures via personal hosting in lived-in homes. Unlike cookie-cutter hotel chains optimized for efficient corporate stays, Airbnb sells the promise of insider community access, enabling cultural exchanges. Or take the personal styling service Stitch Fix, which assigns clients their own personal stylist. Getting dressed becomes far more than an online shopping transaction. Your stylist gets to know tastes and preferences intimately through notes and feedback, and curates special shipments personalized just for you. They create an emotional bond that keeps people returning for the thoughtful care versus merely clothes. Both companies evolved from service providers to human connectors and validators. Airbnb makes visitors feel part of local communities, and Stitch Fix offers a trusted confidant who knows what you like. So, examine your own customer journeys. Where can you create shared experiences between your patrons and staff that breed camaraderie? The third signpost reveals the power of out-innovating inertia to capture markets. It points to the rise of companies like Teladoc. Teladoc didn't just digitize office visits, they radically reimagined healthcare accessibility by bringing doctors directly to people virtually 24/7. Rather than wait for incumbent hospitals bogged in bureaucracy to react, they led a revolution, capitalizing on shifting consumer appetite for effortless, on-demand services. Teladoc made house calls cool again by pioneering new digital experience standards. The timeless lessons here: customer-centric brands should orient themselves around evolving lifestyle needs, not protecting legacy product lines. This approach helps build strong emotional connections that go beyond mere sales, leading to greater trust and loyalty. And most importantly, refuse to become paralyzed by inertia. Imagine revolutionary scenarios that eliminate customer friction points completely across underserved journeys. Crafting incredible customer experience doesn't require mega budgets. Rather, it can be the handmade touches that set great brands apart. Let me spotlight 3 priceless investments: compelling storytelling, personalization, and community connections. A master in storytelling is Trader Joe's. It transforms mundane grocery runs into exploration adventures. Through charming hand-drawn signs and quirky product tales, they spotlight exotic discoveries around every shelf. Shopping there feels like a foodie mini getaway versus a chore. And all of the limited time surprises create FOMO urgency, fueling return trips to see what's new this week. Now, sometimes the stories that your customers tell can be more powerful than anything you can say about yourself. Take the story of Chewy, the online pet store, for example. They surprised a grieving customer with a refund for a previous purchase, a handwritten card, and flowers, showing that they cared about her as a person, not just a sale. The story quickly went viral globally, because when businesses invest in empathy like that, it builds legendary loyalty. Personalization can be as simple as knowing someone's name or their usual order. However, the Ritz-Carlton is famous for taking personalized service to awe-inspiring levels. Walk into any Ritz-Carlton, and their legendary guest preferences program is at work. During each visit, staff discreetly gather details like room temperature preferences, favorite newspapers and snacks, or allergies. These get logged per guest into a system accessible enterprise-wide. So, when you return to a Ritz-Carlton property, they'll be all set to give you a warm welcome with those personalized touches that'll make your stay even more memorable. Finally, while storytelling and personalization tug at the heart, companies doubly win when they also support their local communities. Experiences that spotlight company values resonate deeply today. Patagonia's purity about sustainable manufacturing isn't just a marketing sticker. They embed customers directly into their social responsibility journey via lobby days and factory tours. And they forge passionate communities sharing common convictions. Engaging with your local community or supporting a cause can add immense value to your brand. Show that your business doesn't just operate in a community, but is an active part of it. Through local events, charity drives, or collaborations with local artists or businesses. In the end, it's about building relationships, not just sales. So staying informed and ahead of the curve is vital to delivering a great CX. You need the right resources to keep your knowledge fresh and relevant. And thankfully, the world is teeming with valuable resources that can provide insights and inspiration. From podcasts to blogs, webinars to social media groups and books, each resource offers unique value for the budding and experienced CX practitioner. I'll mention a few here, and you can use the QR code on this slide to access a Google Doc with many more of my favorites. So let's start with industry blogs and websites such as CX Network or Customer Think. These platforms offer a wealth of articles, case studies, and interviews with CX leaders to enrich your understanding with diverse perspectives and insights. On the podcast front, I've been listening to 2 great ones recently: CX Patterns by Sam Stern and Customer Experience Podcast by BombBomb. Both podcasts interview leading sales, marketing, and customer success leaders who share their experiences on how to align internal goals, achieve desired outcomes, and exceed customer expectations in a personal and human way. It's a great opportunity to learn directly from the people leading these efforts. Another fantastic resource is attending webinars and online conferences. With the digital shift, there's an abundance of virtual events like this one, where you can hear from other leaders in the field. These events provide the latest trends and strategies and offer networking opportunities to connect with fellow CX enthusiasts. Research firms like Forrester and Gartner and vendors large and small like Genesis or Gladly often host events as well. And then there's social media and groups and forums, which can also be a goldmine for CX trends, insights, and community connections. One I frequent is on Slack called the CX Accelerator, run by a number of industry veterans. And LinkedIn has a number of groups where CX professionals can share their experiences, challenges, and solutions. One of my favorites is Customer Experience Professionals. With over 40,000 members, it's like a round-the-clock global CX conference where you can learn from the experiences of others in real time. Books, too, are an evergreen and evolving source of knowledge. There have been so many great books written about CX through the years. Two of my recent favorites include The Frictionless Experience by Bill Price and David Jaffe, and The Power of Moments by Chip and Dan Heath. They both offer foundational knowledge, innovative strategies, and profound insights into the world of CX. Finally, subscribing to newsletters from CX thought leaders such as Shep Hyken or Annette Franz, or following them on social media can keep you updated with the latest discussions, studies, and trends. Like having a CX news feed tailored to your interests and needs. I hope you find these resources helpful to continually learn how customers behave and what they expect. By staying curious, we can come up with innovative and effective CX strategies. As we're about to wrap up, let's take a minute to recap the journey we've been on today. We chatted about some long-term strategies to create valuable customer experiences, like nostalgia, radical transparency, responsiveness, and reliability. We also checked out some companies that are enhancing customer experiences by telling compelling stories, doing personalization right, and building community connections. And I gave you a bunch of cool podcasts, books, and other resources to up your game. I'd like to leave you with these final thoughts. I believe that everyone here today holds the key to unlocking extraordinary experiences for your customers. You have the power not just to chart a course, but to navigate it with innovation, empathy, and a relentless focus on the customer. You can create experiences that resonate deeply, evoke emotions, and build lasting connections. Remember, the world of customer experience is not just about responding to changes. It's about leading the way, setting new standards, and raising the bar. It's about being visionaries in your field, pioneers who aren't afraid to try new things, take risks, and to learn from both successes and failures. So as you return to your jobs later today, armed with the insights and strategies we've discussed, I encourage you to view every challenge as an opportunity to enhance your customer's journey. Embrace the mindset of continuous learning and improvement. And let's not forget the power of collaboration and sharing. The insights you bring and the experiences you share enrich us all. In closing, I want to thank each of you and the Argyle Group for the opportunity to speak today. The path to creating exceptional customer experiences is not always straightforward, but it's undoubtedly rewarding. As you walk on this path, remember, you're not just creating transactions, you're creating stories, memories, and connections that can last a lifetime. So go out there and transform the landscape of customer experience. Build legacies of customer delight and satisfaction. Create customer experiences that are not merely transactions, but are genuine, enduring, value-driven connections. Thank you once again. And I'll hand it back to Brittany.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Mark, for such an insightful presentation. As a reminder, audience members can still enter questions, and we'll go ahead and review a few that came through. Mark, this first question asks, what innovative approaches have you seen companies adopt to stay ahead and provide unique and memorable experiences for their customers?
Yeah, I mean, there's so much going on today. I've seen a tremendous amount of activity around companies. Wow, Great question.
Yeah, it's a lengthy one.
Yeah, well, I mean, I went through quite a few throughout the presentation. I think that I've seen again companies focusing on the customer, focusing on uh, um, uh, creating that connection with the customer. I honestly don't have any other examples at the moment.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. And I think you did cover them throughout your presentation, as you said. Are there any specific strategies that you've seen that really help like increase critical metrics and or like customer retention? Like anything specific that stands out?
Uh, I would say, I mean, and this is really it's an organizational structure. One of the things that we do at Frontier is on a weekly basis at the executive level, we meet and share key metrics, activities towards those metrics, issues that have come up that maybe impacting those fixes, fines, issues that we've encountered. And one of the things I think is really special about that is that it is the executive team is engaged in that, and it's a key part uh, of the strategy of the business is to ensure that we are always driving customer loyalty. And so by showing up, by participating, by engaging in that forum, I think is a great way to focus on the metrics and to continuously improve them.
Perfect, thank you. And obviously, you've talked a lot about customer loyalty, and I know you can't predict the future, but do you foresee any like any challenges in this new year regarding customer loyalty?
Challenges relating to customer loyalty. I mean, I think in general, it's always in how you respond to situations. Customers are definitely going to share with you their experiences. They're going to share what's working and what's not. And uh, I think as long as you're listening and you're acting on that feedback, closing the loop with those customers to let them know that you've either fixed something or changed something, or uh, that they're helping to make a difference in your business, drives loyalty. I think again, in embedding yourself into someone's lifestyle, maintaining a proactive engagement is key. So really I don't see any real impediments other than just the actions that companies need to take in order to deliver on that.
Excellent, thank you. And it looks like we have time for one last question. And I know you talked quite a bit about this, but is there like any specific design element or mistake that an organization has made that you think really hinders customer experience or lends to a poor experience?
Yeah, I would say that and I talked a bit about, AI, and I think there's a future for AI. I think that we are at the very early stages, and so there have been a number of pretty visible examples of companies integrating like ChatGPT into their chatbots, and people understanding that you can engage with ChatGPT very differently than just a chatbot that has very specific journeys and conversations mapped out. And so you can get it to say things, or you can get it to sell you a car for $1. So there's some challenges there, I think, that really we need to continue to experiment. We need to continue to put things out, but let's make sure that we're doing the right due diligence for our customers so that we don't create these negative experiences.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Mark. That is actually all the time we do have for questions, but thank you again for extremely valuable insights and for an excellent keynote. I also wanted to thank everyone else for joining us today. This session, along with all of today's content, will be made available on demand following the event. Thank you again, Mark.
Thank you. Thanks, Brittany. Appreciate it. Thank you, everyone.